Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, great to be here.
Today we are going to be looking at something pretty incredible.
Yeah.
The impact of speaking truth to power, even when facing some pretty serious consequences.
Like dire consequences, even death in some cases.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got some really amazing sources for this one.
Oh, yeah.
We've got excerpts from this book of quotes.
Right.
And then this text that really digs into these figures.
Yeah.
Like John the Baptist.
John the Baptist.
And Hugh Latimer.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really interesting because these individuals stood up for their convictions.
Yeah.
They faced the consequences, and their messages still resonate with us today.
Absolutely. And what I find so fascinating about this topic is these figures,
Yeah.
they're separated by centuries,
Right.
but they're united by this just incredible courage
Right.
to speak truth to power.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think about like the power of their convictions.
It really does.
Yeah.
And for example, we have this really powerful quote from Hugh Latimer,
Okay.
who was a bishop from the 16th century.
Mm-hmm.
And right before his execution, he said,
Wow.
"Let us consider all the dear friends of God, how they have gone after the example of our Savior Jesus Christ, whose footsteps let us also follow, even to the gallows, if God's will be so."
Wow, he was willing to face death rather than stay silent.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, whoa.
It's powerful stuff.
Talk about conviction.
And it's important to remember the context here.
Yeah.
Latimer was a Protestant reformer
Right.
during a really tumultuous time in England,
Yeah.
the reign of Queen Mary I,
Right. Queen Mary?
a Catholic monarch who was determined to restore Catholicism to England.
Yeah.
And this period, known as the English Reformation,
Yes.
was marked by just extreme religious and political upheaval.
Right. It was a crazy time to be alive.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, can you imagine
Yeah.
being in that situation
Oh, yeah, I mean,
and having to make that decision?
for Latimer, his willingness to die for his beliefs,
Yeah.
it was a direct challenge to the Queen's authority.
Right.
It wasn't just about religion.
Yeah.
It was about standing up to absolute power.
Wow.
Yeah.
So powerful. I mean, just imagine, like, telling a queen
Yeah.
you're wrong,
Yeah.
knowing that it could mean your death.
Yeah.
That takes an incredible amount of conviction.
Oh, absolutely.
And he even said, "We shall this day light such a candle, by God's grace in England, as I trust shall never be put out." I mean, wow.
That image of a candle that can never be extinguished,
Yeah.
that's striking.
It's so striking.
It really is.
It really speaks to that enduring nature of truth.
Right.
Right? Even attempts to silence it
Yeah.
can't truly erase it.
No, they can't.
In fact, Latimer's execution site
Right.
became a pilgrimage spot for Protestants,
Wow.
and it's now a memorial garden.
Wow.
His actions resonated so deeply that they physically marked the landscape.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, gives me chills just thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, that image of the unquenchable candle
Right.
makes me think of John the Baptist.
Oh, yeah, good point.
He too was imprisoned and executed
Mm-hmm.
for speaking out against King Herod.
Yeah. John condemned Herod's marriage to his brother's wife.
Yeah.
And that challenge to Herod's authority
Yeah.
that cost him his life.
Yeah.
It's a powerful example of how those in power
Yeah.
often try to silence dissenting voices,
Yeah.
especially when those voices challenge their legitimacy or their morality.
Right. Like, you're messing with my power.
Exactly. You're threatening my power base. You're
Yeah.
calling me out on my hypocrisy.
Yeah. You're questioning my authority.
I can't have that.
Yeah.
Right?
It's amazing how these stories,
Yeah.
even though centuries apart,
Mm-hmm.
they highlight that same struggle
Yeah.
between those who speak truth to power
Right.
and those who try to silence them.
Yeah, it's a constant tension throughout history.
And our text actually points out
Okay.
that while John the Baptist was silenced,
Mm-hmm.
the truth that he spoke could not be buried.
Right. It lived on.
Makes you think.
It does make you think.
What are some other examples
Right. What are some...
of truths that have persisted
Yeah.
despite attempts to suppress them?
Oh, there are so many examples. I mean, think about the fight for civil rights,
Mm-hmm.
the struggle against totalitarian regimes,
Yeah.
scientists who challenged prevailing dogmas
Right.
throughout history. There's always been this push and pull
Right.
between those who seek to control the narrative
Right.
and those who dare to challenge it.
It's fascinating how the text connects
Yeah.
the persecution of John the Baptist to a larger
Yeah.
pattern,
Right.
linking him to the apostles
Right.
and figures like Latimer.
Yeah. It's like this thread.
It's like a challenge is being issued to modern Christians, urging them to stand strong in their beliefs, even when it's difficult.
Right, even when it's costly.
Yeah. What do you think that looks like in today's world?
That's a great question. And, it may not involve literal martyrdom, like with John or Latimer.
Right.
But it definitely requires a willingness to speak out against injustice, to challenge comfortable narratives, and to live by your conscience even when you face opposition.
Right. So it's about like finding your own candle to light.
Exactly.
What truth are you passionate about?
Yeah. What are you willing to stand up for?
What would you be willing to stand up for, even if it meant facing pushback?
Yeah. Even if it meant personal cost.
Exactly.
Right. Because there is always a cost to standing up for what you believe in.
So what does this all mean for us today?
Well,
I've looked at these incredible people who are willing to face down hardship.
Incredible hardship, even death.
Even death.
Yeah.
For what they believed in.
It's a testament to the enduring power of truth and courage.
Yeah.
The impact of John the Baptist and Hugh Latimer still resonates centuries later.
Absolutely.
They remind us that speaking truth to power matters. They remind us that our convictions matter.
Powerful stuff.
It is.
So here's a final thought for you to ponder.
Okay.
What candle would you be willing to light if you were faced with the choice between compromising your beliefs for safety and comfort or speaking out and facing potential consequences? How would you decide? What principles would guide you?
That's something for all of us to consider.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.